Hey everyone, welcome to day 5 of the Create and Chill webinar series. Today we're going to be making a map to wellness. I'm Kayla and I am here because maternal mental health matters. And I believe the more supported we are in motherhood, the better able we are to move through the pieces that get us feel stuck, sticky, big feelings, some of the stories we tell ourselves around productivity and rest, and our barriers and the reasons why we might not be taking care of ourselves the way that we'd like to. Now, before we go on, here are some things I recommend that you have on hand during our time together today. A notebook, an art journal, a blank piece of paper, a pen, and something to make art with. I'm going to be using my chalk pastels when we get to that part. And I'd like you to allow yourself a moment to just transition from what you were doing to what you're doing now. And just the acknowledgement of what it might have taken to get here today, to be sitting down in this way. And I'd like you to set an intention for yourself. It might just simply to be present, to do some art, to just take care of yourself in this way. And I'd like to start today with a bit of a review of where we've been for the last 5 days. Our first day, we talked about my stuck places. And when we create an awareness of our thoughts, our patterns, and our feelings, we can move towards unstuck. Embracing the and leaning into discomfort. Then we moved into my thoughts and feelings, where if we are aware of how we really feel, this can be an important step to knowing what you need. And processing your emotions is an essential part of being able to let them go. My need to get stuff done. Now, this day was probably my favorite day because many of you were very like nodding along and yes, that's so, I know. Are you in my head right now? Were some of the messages I got. And so being aware of your perfectionist tendencies and really noticing when you're creating stories of, I must do and be responsible for everything and everyone. My barriers and excuses. Now, this day is layered and it's full of all kinds of nuances and contexts and realities. And so we talked a little bit about the difference between an excuse and honoring your capacity. And if you're avoiding uncomfortable things, it could be in the category of excuses. And are you really, truly prioritizing the things that don't serve you over the things that might? And in order to figure out your roadmap to wellness, where you are now to where you'd like to be, we need to figure out some of the beliefs and some of the ways that we think about wellness. And so when I ask you to finish these following statements with your very first thought, I really do mean your very first thought. In expressive arts, we have a saying that your first thought is often your best thought. Everything that comes after is the context of your stuck place, your feelings and thoughts and emotions and patterns, your beliefs about productivity and rest, and the excuses or the barriers we have to actually meeting our needs and taking care of ourselves. So when we think about what wellness means to you, what it is and what it's not, when you're taking care of yourself and when you're working towards wellness, and all of the beliefs you have around what you think you should be doing, not be doing, would like to be doing, don't want to be doing, and how you feel with your overall state of wellness. And so I'd like you to take 5 minutes now to finish these sentences with your very, 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 very first thought. And now that you've done that, I want you to think about where you are right now. And what is the metaphor for where you are right now? Are you a boat on a flowing river? Are you a jungle cat fighting for survival? Are you on the top of Everest, on your way down from Everest? I want you to think about where you are right now and what is the metaphor for that? And where are you going? And how do you want to feel? Using that metaphor for where you are now and where you're going, I want you to think about what is your very first step. The very first step you need to take to move towards where you're going and how you want to feel in your wellness. And I'd like you to now take some time to get this metaphor down on paper. And I'm going to do it with you. You can watch mine. I'm going to speed up the process though, so that you don't watch just 20 minutes of me doing art, which is often how much time I do take to do these exercises. And so I have a really big piece of paper today because I feel like there's a lot of important steps that need to go into from where I am to where I'm going. And so I'm going to show you that process, and I'd like you to work on your own process as I do that. I'm going to share a little bit about what this means. So I started with this kind of mountain on the side that looks like it has the kind of red earth, red soil underneath. And then I thought, let's cool this off. Let's cool this mountain off. And so then I added the water below, mixing it in with the earth. And I thought about my wellness as a coming home to myself. And so then I drew a house and some grass and a yellow brick road showing me the way to my wellness. So whatever yours looks like, I want you to know that it's right for you, whatever it is, whatever metaphor you came up with, whatever you drew, whatever you expressed, there's wisdom there. Your own inner wisdom, your own resources, your own way out of your stuck place. I know that it's there. And I want to share with you this little graphic that I made, your map to wellness. So let's imagine you're all the way over on the left. Your destination is all the way over on the right. And there's just simply 10 steps in between where you are to where you want to be, which is where you are living as your wellest and truest self. And I invite you to consider that if this week felt really nourishing, to stop and sit and be with and think about your stuck place, your emotions, your productivity messages, your excuses and your barriers. And now, having walked yourself through a metaphor of wellness, I encourage you to consider joining the Mother Lode, where you will solidify your needs to take care of yourself, where you will have accountability to self-care in a community of other women and other moms, where I actually have an exercise of creating your roadmap to wellness with an accountability plan and all of the details within the membership. The Mother Lode is rooted in 4 different aspects of why we stay stuck and why we unintentionally cannot access our truest and wisest self. Worthiness, presence, perfection, and joy. And each of these aspects have exercises specifically to allow you to live a more worthy, present, joyful, imperfect motherhood. By joining, you get immediate access to my entire library of resources that's valued over $1,200 at this moment. All of my self-paced e-courses, meditations, and resources. You get an heart supply kit from me, monthly online meetups, an exclusive WhatsApp support group, and podcast episodes that I make in conversation with other moms talking about the reality and the heaviness of motherhood. It really is as easy as 1, 2, 3. You join the membership, you immediately lighten your mother load, and you can feel joy, patience, presence, imperfectness, and worthiness in your first exercise. The membership is $47 a month or $497 a year. And right now, if you sign up, I'm only allowing this discount for 25 people. You get 50% off the annual membership. I'm only allowing this for the first 25 people to join us inside the Mother Lode. And that concludes our Create and Show webinar series for Maternal Mental Health Week. And even if you don't sign up for the Mother Lode, I hope that you got something out of these exercises, and that if you need any additional support, I am here for you. We can do one-on-ones, virtual walk and talks, in person in the art studio here behind me. And I just want you to know that your maternal mental health matters. You matter. You are enough and you are worthy just as you are right now. And I hope that you can believe that you are doing your best with what you have. Thank you so much for participating in this week. I really, truly value your participation and you showing up for yourself within these webinars. Thank you so much and have a great day.